All right, gang. I'm trying to install this headlight switch. Let me show you a couple things. One, there's a little tang right there. And that goes, and it's hard to see, but there's a metal, I think it's a grounding plate in back. You see that little gap right on the lower, like it's like at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. It's back here. I don't know if I can show you that plate. So that tang needs to go, it needs to line up kind of like that, right? When you put this in, and that's gonna go down like, kind of like right there, kind of. All right, so let's assume that is sitting in there. It's not right now, but you get that lined up, right? And then that looks pretty good. However, I need more hands right now, but let me see if I can show you. Then on the front side, you have your bezel. This is the original, and I had to JB weld it. And you see there's a little nub there. That goes in that little slot right there. So you see that? When you line that up, you can feel it there. Yeah, see, then that prevents that from turning. If that little nub breaks off, or if this piece breaks like mine did, this whole part's separated. See where the JB weld is? It actually broke in two pieces. So JB welded it back together. I think it's probably stronger now than it's ever been. So that goes there. It's not gonna stay. And then, so that would be like making that sandwich like that. And then you've got this specialized piece, which is a thread plus a too big for any screwdriver that you happen to have, so you have to make something to turn that, unless you have a gigantic screwdriver. What I did, where is it? Can I find it? Oh, here. I used one of these. This is one of the alignment shims. It's an extra one, and I just ground is the word, past tense of grind. I ground that down so that now fits pretty much in there like that. Look at that fit. So I'm using this as a gigantic screwdriver because I don't have a screwdriver that wide. You could just use a piece of metal, but this works okay. The problem I'm having is that when I get this all lined up and I try to screw this thing in, for some reason, now let me show you this because it's super frustrating. For some reason, this will go in like pretty easy, right? Threads in, not a problem. But when I try to put it all together, it doesn't thread. It just jams up, and I can't figure out why. It just, something about the way this is, maybe it throws it to an angle when I try to line all these pieces up. Every single time I start to thread it, and it just gets cross-threaded. It's like at some weird angle. I can't even duplicate it out here. It's starting to rain right now, so I'm gonna probably stop this video. But it's so frustrating. I don't know if you guys have any. Oh, there you go. See, that's what it's doing. See, it's at a slight angle. So that's where it's starting to cross thread. And I can't get it at the right angle. No, it's cross threading there too. Now it's the other way. So it's kind of tricky. I guess you have to just get it going in perfect, but it's not that hard out here. It just seems to be impossible when I'm trying to actually install it. So anyway, wish me luck. Hopefully I'll show you a picture of it all back together. But that's how you put all these pieces together. If you're doing it, I hope you have better luck than I am. That's all I have to say. See you later. Okay. Got it. So a couple things. Notice the angle of the switch. The switch does not go straight up and down. It's kind of turns, from this view, it's turned slightly counterclockwise. It's hard to show, but you can see it there a little. What I did is I got everything on the outside lined up, and then I went outside and I looked. It's hard to see the glare, but I looked down here, right, and I got the little threaded part coming through, and then I sort of held this with my right hand, and I had to get this started on the inside with my left hand. It was hard. I gotta say, man, it was pretty hard, but I got it. Once it threaded, you know, and you just got to keep at it, and you got to move this around a little bit over here. Sorry for the glare. I don't know why there's so much glare. You got to move the body around, but once it clocks into that little groove there, okay, that's not focusing. Once it clocks in, everything can just, you know, grab on, because both sides have that little notch in it. And man, it's so solid now. It's crazy. Like if I reach in here, it's like, it feels like it's part of the dash now. You know what I mean? Like this was moving around a lot before. Now it's just, it doesn't even jiggle. And then I got my hoses hooked up. By the way, if you're in the know about the vacuum hoses, this is 5, this is 6, this is the blue one, closest to the firewall, and that comes down here. Where is it? It's hard to see. It comes down right there. That's the headlight bypass switch. Okay, that was a lot of work, but I'm happy with this. By the way, this is a reproduction knob. My car didn't have the right knob, so I bought this. Supposed to be for a 71, but the plastic part here, the sleeve part, was too long, so I had to cut it, and now it's okay. But I don't know how period correct that is, but that's what it looks like right now. I'm okay with it. It sort of matches the texture of the dash, and you know, whatever. It's just a headlight switch. It looks fine. All right, one problem solved. Hope it's helpful. See you later.